So I'm sure you're aware of the worldwide internet outage that cost trillions of dollars worldwide for not only airlines, but small businesses, large businesses, everybody was affected. There's a lot more to the story. That's right, there's a whole bunch to unpack. So I'm sure you're wondering how one company, that's right, one company, could have that much power over all of us. And with that in mind, I decided to do some digging, find out a little bit more about Crowdstrike, because I had heard of them before and how they had their hand in the whole Russia thing. They're also in charge of voting security.
This morning, we are just about back to normal after what's being called the largest IT outage in history. It was set off by a glitch in a software update from the cybersecurity company Crowdstrike, and it crippled computers around the world. Screens at airports, grocery stores, subways, even Times Square were either left blank or with blue error messages. Some hospitals even felt the impact as well. Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center postponed any procedure requiring anesthesia.
And this global outage resulted in more than 4,000 flight cancellations around the world. And here in the U.S., that was at least 2,600 flights that were canceled, resulting in crowds and long lines at airports. At LaGuardia Airport, the global IT glitch meant announcements using megaphones and going old school, blank digital boards with a manual check-in system.
Manual check-in system sent us back to practically the Stone Ages, which is terrifying. Even here in Florida, there were people on the turnpike that couldn't get gas. Okay, can you imagine traveling down the turnpike? You pull into one of those rest stations that has the gas station in it, and you have no cash. Everybody uses credit cards. Not everybody carries cash, and you can't get any gas to go anywhere because they have no access to charging your credit card. Try to use your ATM card and get some cash, and you can't. Worldwide.
Credit card payment systems, banks, broadcast, street lights, 911, emergency, around the globe. Why is there not some kind of redundancy or some sort of backup? How is it that one single software bug can have such a profound and immediate impact?
Yeah, how can one software bug do this? And I don't think it's an accident. Personally, no. Do I have any proof of that? No, but when we take a good hard look at who Crowdstrike is, and more specifically, who their associates, stakeholders, and the many people who are involved with Crowdstrike, you should be very, very concerned over what just happened.
A movement has been growing to unite corporations, governments, and global institutions.
We all know, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario for comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
So the whole concept of what happened by a simple software glitch is one terrifying on how it could affect so many things, and the fact that one company is in charge of all of this. So I wanted to dive into Crowdstrike, because there is a lot more than meets the eye, my friends. So if we take a look at this article right here, it explains quite a bit. Crowdstrike, the firm causing a global computer crash, is the WEF partner, and the largest shareholder is Vanguard. And what I find most interesting about this Crowdstrike situation is they refuse to let the FBI look at their servers. Now, why would you do that? Why would you refuse to let the FBI look at your servers? What are you hiding? What are you worried about? Now, Crowdstrike, right on their website, says they are an election security resource center. Now, call me crazy, but 4 months before an election, I think this is just a dry run for what's about to come. We have just so much going on right now, from all of the weirdness with the assassination of President Trump, and how there's really not a whole lot of information coming out about the shooter. I mean, if you looked at previous shootings, like school shootings, I mean, there was a crap load of information about the person that pulled the trigger within hours. Their social media accounts were uncovered, even their high school yearbook. Everything you could possibly want to know about that person was put out there, but not in this situation. So I find that interesting. And then, boom, Biden pulls out. Yes, that's a page turner right there, and a lot to unpack. And then we have all of the internet going down worldwide, and the people that control that company, well, they have some really interesting ties to a lot of different people.
But this Crowdstrike story doesn't add up at all. Remember, Crowdstrike is the company that made up the fake Russiagate story. Crowdstrike was working for the Hillary Clinton campaign. And of course, a few hours ago, President Biden officially said he's not running for re-election, handing the torch over to Kamala Harris. And yet rumors are swirling this morning that Hillary Clinton will be the nominee at the Democratic National Convention. A coincidence?
And let us not forget about 2016. Crowdstrike was called in to investigate the DNC hacking. So when they're telling you that a simple software update caused a complete worldwide internet outage, don't believe them. I don't believe them. And what terrifies me the most, not only about our elections security, but our money, our monetary security. I mean, if they create this huge crisis where everything's down, you can't get your money, can't put gas in your car, can't buy groceries.
Customers complain of widespread disruptions in the banking system. People are having problems accessing their bank accounts. ATMs and debit machines are not working, causing chaos at many stores around the country. If all you have is a bank card and a credit card, you are SOL. Many trading apps and crypto exchanges are succumbing to what some are calling a denial of service attack, but the real cause is unknown. The trading day on Wall Street has been halted as authorities try to assess the damage of these attacks and restore the impacted systems. However, panic was starting to take hold in the markets before trading was suspended, and rumors are starting to spread that this is a coordinated attack by another country. The threat of panic buying is already in the air.
You know, never let a good crisis go to waste. They're just looking for an opportunity to roll in either central bank, digital currency, or play with some fuzzy math at election time.
We are in a state of emergency right now, and people better wake the hell up to what's happening. Get ready for the mother of all false flag attacks.
We begin with the global computer crisis. The worst may be over, but the outage is still causing problems.
In the past few hours, we've gotten some really disturbing news about what's coming to the people of the United States and our infrastructure that we rely on every day to live our lives. They will use you like pawns, so don't fall for it.
And of course, a complete infrastructure collapse can be blamed on just about anybody, like another country. So if we didn't have enough going on in the world, things just got really interesting. Assassination, Biden pulling out, worldwide internet collapse. And have you seen the stock market lately? This is going to be a very interesting year. And mark my words, friends, you better keep your eyes peeled open. And as I've said before, expect the unexpected. I mean, when you have the powers to be that get to choose who you get to vote for, and not the American public, That's what's going on here. Still don't believe there's a deep state? Now, I know that was a lot to unpack, my friends, but of course, your comments are always enjoyable to read, so I'd love to know what you think. There's plenty of going on here in the United States of America. Are we taking bets on whether or not Joe finishes out his term? I mean, if you can't stay in the race, how are you going to run the country? I'm sure there's some Vegas odds right now. You could probably make some money on it. You know, this month I said I was going to really crack down on eating better, cut back on the red wine. But with all that's going on in the world, it's making it very hard for me. Well, that's all I have for today, my friends. So make sure, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, got a little bit of something out of it, or just like spending time with me. Hit the subscribe button. And remember, stay informed, stay safe, stay free. See you later.